Hello friends! Today, in the spirit of Halloween, I am going to be showing you how to make this ghost pouch. You can hold things like your cards, earphones, money, generally anything small should fit. As for the materials, you will need a 3mm hook, white yarn, I use Milk Cotton's 4-ply white yarn, some pink and black yarn for the face, stitch markers, a needle, a button, scissors, and if you want to hook it onto your bag, a keychain hook. To start off this pouch, we are going to be making the ghost arms. For round 1, single crochet 5 into a magic ring. After you've made 5 single crochets, pull the tail tight to close the magic ring. Next, increase into each stitch in the round. You should end up with 10 single crochets at the end of the round. Single crochet into each stitch for 2 more rounds and then fasten off. After you're done with that, make another one of these and make sure to leave a long tail for sewing at the end. I left about a 9-inch tail. The ghost frills follow the same pattern as the arms, just with one less round. Make 3 of these, but make sure that you do not cut the last one off because we will be using that to start the body. Now that we have finished all of our little frills, we are going to be connecting them to form the body. This is probably the trickiest part of this whole pattern, but after you get through it, everything will be easy. On your working frill, you will single crochet into the next 5 stitches. After that, chain 2 and single crochet into any stitch on the next frill. On this new frill, we will single crochet into the next 4 stitches. If you didn't weave in the ends of the frills like I did, the ending stitch might get a little loose, so just tighten it a bit afterwards and crochet around the tail when you can to secure it in place. Now we will repeat what we did previously and chain 2 and then single crochet into the final frill. Then single crochet into the next 9 stitches. You have probably noticed all the loose ends I have, but since this project is for personal use, I'm just gonna shove them in the bottom and pretend like they're not even there. Feel free to do the same, or if you want a cleaner look, you can weave in the ends. When you reach the chain, make sure to single crochet into the bottom of each stitch. After that, you will reach the frill, which you will then single crochet into the next 5 stitches. Again, single crochet into the bottom of the chain. And then single crochet into the last 5 stitches of the final frill. You should have a total of 38 single crochets at the end of the round. Now for the next chunk of rounds, you will just be single crocheting to every stitch in the round up until round 26. This is the time that I like to put on a show in the background while I mindlessly work on my single crochets. I just finished watching Till the End of the Moon and I still can't get over it. If you're into Chinese dramas, I totally recommend that you watch this one. Okay, enough fangirling for now. We still have a project to finish, so with the power of video editing magic, we are now at round 26. If you use a piece of yarn to mark your stitches, you will probably notice that the beginning of the round has moved a bit. This is totally normal because we are crocheting in a continuous spiral. To accommodate for this, we will single crochet in the next 3 stitches to shift the seam. To start round 27, we will single crochet into the next 21 stitches. Then chain 14 loosely to create the opening of the pouch. Skip the 16 stitches from the round below and then single crochet in the final stitch of that round. You should have a total of 36 stitches in this round. Now onto round 28, we will single crochet into every stitch in the round for a total of 36 stitches. For the chain, I single crocheted into the chain rather than around it because I thought it looked better. Here I will show you a comparison of how it looks when you single crochet into it versus around. Now for round 29 we will do the same and just single crochet into every stitch in the round for a total of 36 single crochets. At this point of the project, you can sew on the face and arms if you would like. I find it easier to sew it on now rather than later because at the end of the project I find that the top part of the head gets in the way when you're sewing, but either way works. I sewed my eyes on round 26 with 6 stitches apart. The mouth is between the eyes and on round 25. The blush is on both sides of the eyes. It fits between round 23 and 25 on mine. And then I started the top part of the arm on round 24. To make the blush for the ghost, single crochet 5 into a magic ring and then join the ends with a slip stitch. Make 2 of these and sew them onto the ghost. Now we're going to continue working on the body. To start off, single crochet 1 to shift the seam. Now at this point we're going to start decreasing and creating the little dome shape for the head. So for round 30, start with 1 single crochet. And then we're going to do 2 decreases. I did an invisible decrease, which is using only the front loops. Then after your decreases, we're going to single crochet into the next 9 stitches. And then do 2 more decreases. After that, we're just going to repeat that whole sequence one more time until we reach the end of the round for a total of 28 stitches. You could probably see me chaining 3 at the back of this pouch, but you could just ignore what I did because I was trying a new closure method and it didn't work, and I ended up just closing the hole. What you see on the screen is the right pattern. Now on round 31, we're just going to single crochet into every stitch in the round for a total of 28 single crochets. For round 32, we are going to single crochet 1 into the first stitch. And then do 2 decreases. And then single crochet into the next 5 stitches. And then do another 2 decreases. We're going to repeat the sequence one more time, and then you should have a total of 20 stitches at the end of the round. For round 33, we are going to single crochet 1 into the first stitch and follow it with 2 decreases. Repeat the sequence 3 more times for a total of 12 stitches at the end of the round. Now for the final round, round 34, we are going to decrease 6 times. Make sure your decreases are kind of loose so that the ghost head will be flat and not curled up. After that, fasten off and sew the top closed. Now to finish off the pouch, we're just going to sew a little button and a loop. Sew your button on the back in any place you would like. Make sure you don't sew it on too tight or else it'll be hard to wrap your loop over, which is the mistake that I made. To make the loop, crochet a chain long enough to reach the top of the head and to also wrap around the button. Once you got the desired length, mark the part where the chain no longer wraps around the button and slip stitch up the remaining part. Sew the ends of the chain to the pouch, and then you're done. If you would like to hook your pouch onto a bag, attach a keychain hook. You could do that by either crocheting a little loop or attach a jump ring. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video was easy to follow and that you were able to make a little ghost pouch of your own. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them all. Until next time, bye!